So it's always really good going back home to California, seeing friends, catching up on old times. For a long time I've really wanted to go to climbing Yosemite and try this route on the Leaning Tower. It's a project that was bolted by Dean Potter. And yeah, it finally came together this time, and it was really cool that it worked out to go up with Tommy. And I mean, I would go back over 20 years. We've been climbing together since we were kids, and it was just really special how it worked out. It was totally spontaneous that ended up both being in the valley at the same time and had a free day, and we were able to go up and climb together. So it was such a special moment. The route is really cool. It ends up getting really tricky, and I'm not quite sure where it finishes yet, but maybe one of these days I'll get back and try it again. It's just a really unique line, really different than anything you see in Yosemite. It's really steep with really cool edges, and yeah, really different, but wow, beautiful line. Another place where I spent a lot of time is on the east side of the Sierra around Bishop. You know, I lived there just discovering all the bouldering around the buttermilks, putting up first ascents, and it's really a place that I feel at home. And yeah, this is a place that I've been coming to since I was a little kid. So it's awesome to be back. So it was great to come back there and see my good friend Andy and his family. And recently saw my buddy Ethan Pringle did this new climb in Pine Creek Canyon called Everything is Karate, and super curious to check it out and try it. It's funny because I lived literally 10 minutes from where that cliff is. I lived there 18 years ago and had no idea that it existed.
Oh man. Nice, dude, that was sick.
It was really cool. This little section of wall has some amazing climbing on it, and really tricky, you know, granite face climbing. It's steep, climbing on these little seams, kind of slopey holds, really technical, really sequential. It was awesome to climb with Giovanni Traversi. He showed me some beta, and yeah, it was really cool. Unfortunately, when we were in Bishop, we had it was like a heat wave, and so it was really hot. So we were climbing at the very beginning of the day, and at the very end of the day there'd be these little windows where the wall was in the shade, and it was crazy, kind of this freak accident that I've never had happen to me before. I was trying some new beta with this undercling, and it was like really pressed up against the wall when my foot slipped, and I took a bolt hanger to the chin. We just kind of taped the wound together, but I was still kind of freaked out that, you know, climbing, it could like reopen, because when you look up, it kind of can stretch the skin out right there. So my buddy Mike was like, you know, you need to just look for traverses. And so ended up just being like a flesh wound, and my buddy Andy was able to patch me back up.
Dr. Andy fixed me up.
Yeah, as the days went on, my chin started feeling a little bit better, and I thought I'd give it a go again. So we woke up really early, went with some friends, and got there like 7:30 in the morning, got some good temps, and yeah, it was awesome. Just fired the line, like really such a beautiful line. The route was bolted by Pat O'Donnell. Huge props, Pat, for bolting such a perfect route. And yeah, likewise to Ethan. Yeah, it's super cool, man, that you did this route. And It's an honor to climb the second ascent, you know. After so many years of you climbing my routes, it was cool to have it flipped around and get to repeat one of yours. And it's such a classic, you know, 5-star granite sport climbing. And yeah, just it's so cool to meet up with old friends and laugh about old times and catch up, you know, come full circle in life and, you know, come back to these places that we've been to maybe 1,000 times and suddenly see it in a new way. Thanks again, California. I love you. See you again soon.